Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a while. It's just been crazy hectic right now with everything that's been going on in our world. Uh, Currently, I this past about a week and a half now, I have been self-quarantining myself because now I have cases in my area of the coronavirus. So, I've limited myself only going to work and then coming home. I started doing my workouts here at home because I live out here in the country, so there's plenty of space for me to roam out here on my property, go running, stuff like that. So I just been doing all that here at home. I have 3 animals, so I'm not completely going insane, so I get to play with all 3 of them and just kind of have fun. It's difficult for me to just stay home because I like to be able and go out and do stuff. I love going to parks and roaming around, sitting there reading books or working on some crocheting or sewing. Like right here, I have been working on this since I've been crocheting this since like November, December. I had a lot of family stuff start happening really like in December is when it all started happening, and it's been kind of tough on me. So I've been doing a lot of crocheting, but right now, thanks to a fellow YouTuber buddy of mine who helped me start my channel and who's just been a great help to me these past couple of months. He's got a channel of his own, but I don't remember the name of it. So maybe I can put it in the comments whenever I remember the name. But he gave me an idea last night when he posted a video on his. So I'm going to show you guys the sewing project I'm currently working on. Now, I've been working on this sewing project for 2 years. I think I started it in my junior year of high school. Haven't finished it because it's complicated. I mean, if you watched my previous video, A Life of a Living Historian, then you know what I said in there about how a lot of historians, as a reenactor, a lot of us want to be accurate and just show you guys what they really did and how they did stuff back then, back in 1860 or whatever time period you're reenacting. So I've been currently working on and trying to finish an 1860s gorded skirt. Now, I'm about 80% finished with it, maybe 70%. It's a lot of work. You can use a sewing machine throughout this whole process if you want to, but I don't. The only time I used a sewing machine, you can kind of see it here on 2 of the panels that are sewn together. That is sewing machine. So the about 6-7 panels I have here on my skirt, I have been sewn together by a sewing machine. I know. What I said, we want to be accurate, but it saved me time because I thought I was going to wear this to a reenactment 2 years ago, but the event turned out being super wet, super cold, so I was like, no, that ain't happening. I'm not wearing my brand new skirt out into an event that is going to be 20 something degrees outside, wet, snowy, rainy weather. No, that ain't happening. So, I know with this coronavirus, all the recent events that I was going to try to go to have been postponed and canceled until next year of 2021. It's a bummer. Really it is, because by then I'll be in the United States Navy, God knows where. But it's definitely hard because all us reenactors are losing our mind and not being able to do what we love to do. So I've just been staying at home with my animals, going to work. That's about it. But currently, so all the panels on my skirt are sewn together by a sewing machine. Up here around the waist area, I hand sewn all my pleats in, as you can tell. I did about 2 giant pleats in the back. Let's see if I can show you better. In the back on both sides. Right here in this opening slit is all hand sewn as well. The reason I have a slit back here is that way you have some room to get in and out of your skirt. But all that is hand sewn. When I get to having to hem the bottom of my skirt, that's probably going to be hand sewn as well. So that is a 2-person job. I have to physically put my skirt on, and someone else has to hem it to just where my knee is at, to just where my ankles are at. So because, as I said in a recent video, I think I said it, I'll say it again. Once you reach a certain age as a young woman growing up, is when your skirt goes from being between, like halfway between your knee and your ankle, goes from being from there that it gets let out down to your ankle, and that shows that you are of age to start being courted and married and start having kids. Because, our ancestors had very strict rules back then. Unlike now, where we can start dating as soon as we get into high school. So, the age when the skirt comes down is age 18. I am 20. And so once that happened, once my skirt came down in the Civil War stuff, in my Civil War living history, I started getting all these suitors and started getting asked, Miss McCoy, may I escort you to the dance tonight? Stuff like that. That's how back in 1860 you would have dated. You would have been well supervised by your parents or supervised by any adult around who was given permission by your family to oversee this courtship. So you would have sat on the front porch and had lemonade or tea with your suitor, being well supervised. Back then, dating was very, very strict. So aren't you glad we live in modern times now? I still kind of follow how they dated back then because I find that a lot easier instead of just full out dating someone. But that's just me. Don't do what I do. It's totally up to you on how you want to date. It's not up to me to tell you otherwise. Another part of the skirt, I just about finished with it last night. Couldn't sleep at all last night because my cat was being clingy and wanted to sit behind mommy while she was sewing. So the top of this is the waistband to the skirt. So all throughout the top is hand sewn on the outside. All my other Civil War skirts is done the same way. This will go on top where I showed you I did the pleats at. I will sew that on top of the pleats. Where it's sewn at the pleats will not be shown because it will be covered by the waistband. So today I'm going to start on sewing the waistband onto where the pleats are. But I'm not going to be doing that in a video because I don't think you guys want to hear me cuss like a sailor. The way I have to sew it, hand sew it, is called a whip stitch. And for me, a whip stitch is quite harder, but it's very sturdy, and that's what I'm needing. Because this skirt has to last me a good while. All my skirts have to last me a good while. I've made quite a few repairs on one of my dresses. It's my prairie work dress. Right like here in the armpit area, I had to redo it. That was a hand-me-down, and I don't think they use a whip stitch, so I'm having to go through with that dress and do a whip stitch on my sleeves. Now, eventually I will start making me some new work tops for 1816, and that I will try to do a video series of how that is done. I also dress as a guy in my living history, so I need to start working on making me some man shirts and all that. I've had all my male reenactor buddies tell me, it's like, oh, just go to some Civil War settlers and buy you some man shirts there. I was like, no, I'm accurate to how I want things done, and I will make my own clothing. Especially now with the whole coronavirus going on, and I'm kind of stuck at home, not really doing much besides my workouts, housework, and hanging with my animals and making my YouTube videos. So, with that being said, once I get the waistband sewed on, I will make a hole. I have to hand stitch this. I will make a hole right about in here somewhere, and right about in here. I will cut a hole out, and I will have to hand stitch that to make a buttonhole, because I'm not going to do hooks and eyes for this skirt because they don't really hold up very well with me. I do a lot of running and moving around more than most reenacting women, so I have to have buttons sewn onto my skirts. Reason being is what I do in the living history. Now, if you're new to my channel and you're just pulling up this video and haven't gone to the one previously, my job as in the reenactments is I'm a Civil War nurse, a cook, and a spy. Those are my three main jobs as a reenactor. Women were spies. They were recruited by the Confederate Army because no one would have expected a woman to be a spy. I mean, come on. We're all cute and cuddly Southern belles. So that my spy job I mainly do like down in Texas and stuff when I go do that event. Those events are so much fun. Some of them are scripted down there, so you kind of have to play by the rules a bit. But if you're invited and you don't have a script, they let you do what you want. My mom can vouch for that. She's got one of the best stories for going to a ranch down in Texas. That is just perfect. Um, but that's a fun job. But that job, I don't have to wear my work dresses. I can just wear my day dresses and stuff like that. So, which is why I'm making me a new skirt here because I'm running out of. I don't have a lot of day dresses. I more have work dresses. I probably have about 2 or 3 day dresses and about 5 or 6 work dresses. I have my cooking dress, which is made out of wool, my prairie dress, my nurse's uniform. My prairie dress can double as a nurse's uniform, so there's two nurse uniforms, and yeah, it's um, but so I'm trying to make me some new day combos and stuff. I have a kind of a dark blue skirt with like tiny little pink and white flowers on it. That's my winter skirt, and then I have a pink skirt which is just about had its time because I've had it for 5, 6 years. So that one's about shot. It I just I don't get to do girly stuff very much in it. I do have my ball gown. Love my ball gown. It used to be my mom's. The one before I started wearing my mom's ball gown, it was solid sky blue, which is the same color as this. Um, it was just lovely, but I outgrew it. The waist, I can lose weight to wear the skirt, but the top you cannot wear again unless if you find a way to take all the boning out and like expand it. I just outgrew the top and I can't wear it anymore. And once I told my mom that, she's like, "Here, wear my ball gown," because I never go to the dances. The only time I wore it was once down in Texas when I got it. And that, I'm gonna have to do a video with me wearing that one, just to kind of like show you um, the difference and stuff. I'm gonna have to do like a couple of videos of me just wearing certain Civil War dresses and show you like how there's a certain way to move in certain dresses and how you sit in a hoop skirt and all that. It's amazing. And I'm gonna see if I can get my buddy Colt to do a video with me once all this Corona stuff is over and see if he would be willing to help me demonstrate on to how to do at least one Civil War dance on video. And maybe he can uh maybe me and him can swap stories on how we interact as both as young reenactors and stuff. We can swap war stories. I mean, we've known each other for about a year now. He's a brand new reenactor, but we've done plenty of events together that he has some more stories about me from the reenacting stuff. So it'll be interesting and worthwhile to hear what he has to say about my personality as a Southern belle than me just telling you. And he will tell you she's hard-headed. So, with that being said, this is not the only video for the day. I will do another one. I have to go put on my makeup and everything and do that one. So my plan for the day, for me doing everything, getting some videos out to you all, includes me doing some cosplay stuff. So I have a plan. I don't know how long my dad and my brother are going to be gone. I usually try to film whenever I'm alone. It's just me and the animals, because this time of day they're all asleep. um, so my plan for today's cosplay stuff has to include Yuki Cross from Vampire Knight. Kind of want to show you on how I DIY'd a lot of it. Just because I had a lot of the stuff already on hand. I just don't have the black jacket yet. That's gonna have to wait a bit until all this virus stuff is over with. So that one, I think I'm gonna do a video of my Sakura makeup. When she has her Hungerson's Healing Jutsu on her forehead. So during the war, basically, I'll probably do that one. I don't know. And then I kind of thought about kind of doing a daily vlog of just what I do around the house or how I get ready right now during my whole self-quarantine. So I guess I'll see you guys back here in a bit. With that being said, like, comment, subscribe, and share. And I'll see you all later. Bye.